What's up everybody, King of Fomo here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. In this video today, I'm going to do a summary of my live stream, and we're going to talk about why the future of Pulsechain looks very, very bright, in my opinion. So if you're looking at Pulsechain, and this is the only number that you're paying attention to, how much X's did we get since sacrifices, then you're doing the wrong thing in Pulsechain. Right now, the bridges are fully compatible, so you don't really have an excuse as to how you can get funds onto Pulsechain, or you might have funds that have been sitting there and you haven't really been doing anything with them. But I'm going to give you guys some reasons why I'm super bullish on Pulsechain right now in terms of how it's performing. First of all, let's look at this number. The price is stable. It's stable at 1x the sacrifice rate. So you might say, well, King of Fomo, that's not that good. You know, when I sacrificed, I wanted to make money from Pulsechain, not keep the same amount of money. Well, the other thing that you have to pay attention to when it comes to this whole chain is opportunities. And there's been so many opportunities in Pulsechain for the past month that it is ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much money you can make from messing around with stuff in Pulsechain, which is exactly what we want to see. So just taking a look at a couple different things here. Some of the smart contracts we talked about before. Strong Hands 3D. So I went in I dipped my toe in the water in this. I want to show you guys how this thing is performing. It's actually starting to recover. This is one of the many opportunities that you can take a look at and perhaps turn a massive profit from. If you guys remember Doge or Ethereum Gold, or just some of the other proof of weak hands type of contracts, they went up like crazy. Some people became instant half-millionaires or millionaires overnight because those contracts pumped like crazy out of seemingly nowhere after a massive dump. And we can see right here, so let's just take a look and see. This is the contract. Massive dump happened on June 14th, and this is the perfect opportunity to jump in again. And you can see that since June 17th, we have increased a little bit. So the amount that I've put in to Strong Hands 3D is starting to come back to where it was before. I'm getting dividends, and that is all good stuff. So this is one opportunity, but let's talk about the more exciting opportunities over here on Pulsechain that you guys definitely should pay attention to. One of them is just PulseX, the farming. The farming on PulseX gives you an incredible APR. This is APR that is incomparable to many other places. So it's not showing up here right now. This is making a video curse, but nonetheless, the APR on this website right here is about 400%. Which is 10 times higher than you can get from running a validator on Pulsechain. And this is holding up. It's incredible that if you have funds just sitting on another chain, maybe you have funds sitting on Avalanche, on BSC, on Ethereum, and you have funds just doing nothing, you can make 400% APR by just making a liquidity pair over here on PulseX with some fairly stable coins. As long as you believe in Pulse a little bit, you don't think it's going to dump down to the depths of nowhere, it's paired with a stable coin, and you can get up. So this right here, 200% APR, still really nice right there. You know, it can't be beat. I'm not sure why these numbers are jumping around. I think it's around 400 or 200%. Nonetheless, it's an incredible APR that is incomparable. You can't really get that anywhere else unless you go into some massive degen stuff with some massive volatility. So in addition to that, you have other things, other proof of concepts that are continuing. So you might say, well, this is just a fluke. This is not going to last a very long time. But PulseX farms have been going for about a month, and this APR has been consistent above 200, 400% for the past month. Taking a look at some other smart contract exchanges, right here is Daytona Finance. This is another exchange where I've been taking a look at this. I haven't really talked about this on the channel, but the price of this coin has been doing phenomenal. This is kind of your nobody exchange. This is, you know, your clone of Goose Finance and all that stuff we had in the BSC days. And look at the price of this. This is the Tony price. It's sitting at close to its all-time high. So if you've been farming this since the launch in May 23rd, you have not only gotten very high APR with the pairing just the risky coin right here, the risky DEX based coin right here, but you also get the price appreciation of the token. So the token's going up and that massive APR over the span of, like I said, one full month. Imagine that, 400% APR for 1 month. That is incredible. And that's what it's been for Daytona Finance. So this is a success story right here. And the other one that I'm really excited about, you know, if if we're striking gold here twice with Pulse X APR, with Daytona Finance APR, I think a lot of people are hyped and excited for 9-inch. This is why I've been hyping up 9-inch and trying to get you guys to really just take a look at it. You have 5 days left to do a sacrifice from here, and you can sacrifice from the Ethereum chain. Maybe if you don't even have Pulsechain tokens, you can just sacrifice. Send your Ethereum over to this wallet right here on the Ethereum chain. Send your BNB over here onto this wallet on the Binance Smart Chain. Or if you're on Pulsechain, send any of these tokens over and you're able to get in on this sacrifice, which is going to give you some points that will be redeemed for those 9-inch tokens as well as the BBC token. And I think that we're going to see a very similar type of environment where we have, you know, at least a like, you don't even have to have long-term success when it comes to 400+% APR, just medium-term success. If we have even just 1 month of 400, 500, 600, 700, 200% APR on 9-inch, that is going to be a massive success for me right there. So again, we have 2 success stories right here. Daytona Finance really successful, Pulse X very successful, and 9-inch is looking to be like this too. There's been a lot of funds sacrificed and put onto here already, and this is what this whole smart contract is all about. It's all about the farms. They're focusing in on the one aspect that I think is doing incredibly well over here on Pulsechain, which is yield farming in multitudes of different ways. There's not too many smart contracts that I've seen that have completely failed over on Pulsechain. They've stalled. Some of them have stalled a little bit, but nothing had, well, and I've heard of some people getting scammed out from other projects as well. So there's no guarantees, but that's kind of the final point I want to bring to you guys. Over on Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum and just other chains in general, there are so many people and so many smart contracts and so many scams and this and that. It is nearly impossible to find a good gem on those other chains. Right here on Pulsechain, it's really easy to find the gems because you have like a 1 in 25 chance as opposed to a 1 in 10,000 chance on those other chains. Now that doesn't mean you're guaranteed to find a gem, but you just have much better odds over here with less contracts. And this is the reason why we say get to things early. If you jump in on things early, success is a lot easier to get to. So check 9-inch out. Seriously guys, if you haven't, check it out. Just read up on it before you do any sacrifice or anything like that, for sure. And look at some of these other smart contracts too. Strong Hands 3D, this is super risky degen still. Like, you can still lose your money over like within seconds from this, but I think that it's a good opportunity for sure. Again, it's one of the first, and if you're patient, maybe it might pull a Gandhi and go up 100x in a matter of days. We'll see what happens with this, but yeah, just, you know, personally, King of Fomo is excited about the yield farming opportunities. And while other people are sitting here staring at the price, while you have a lot of outsiders saying Pulsechain has failed, look at the price, it's only 1x the sacrifice, I'm going to be kicking back and making my yield from these different projects. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a couple of buys right here. So right here, I'm going to do a deposit into Strong Hands 3D. I'm going to do a 2 million pulse deposit. Let me make sure I'm getting these zeros right. I don't want to do the wrong thing. This is 2 million. So this is a 2 million pulse pulse deposit right here, just because, again, this is something that maybe this might turn into some massive wealth in the future. Now that we had some of the whales drop out, I'm a little more comfortable putting some pulse into here. And then I'm going to do this off camera because I haven't decided how much I'm going to do, but I'm going to do another sacrifice onto 9-inch as well, probably from the Ethereum blockchain, because I don't have that much pulse left over here to do a big chunky sacrifice. And, you know, I'm going to roll the dice. And what some people said, you don't have to do the sacrifice. I'm not forcing people to like get into sacrifice right away. You can have your own strategy. Somebody in my live stream was talking about their strategy is to wait until it dumps after launch, buy it in the dump price, and then ride the wave up, and they're pretty much scot-free to go. And that's a good strategy too. You can think about doing that. The risk with that is you might get priced out, maybe it doesn't dump, and you don't have a chance to buy any of the 9-inch tokens and ride any of that pump. But we've seen this happen before as well. I mean, you can just look at Pulse. Pulse did the same thing, had a massive pump, massive dump afterwards. If you would have bought down here, you could have, you know, gotten 50% off your Pulse from buying on day one right here. And the same case with Tony. Like, you start these coins start off with a nice pump, and then they dump, and then you have a chance to get it cheap. So figure out your strategy, but definitely take a look at the contracts that we've talked about already and the stuff that's up and coming. In my Discord, if you guys are Patreon, someone talked about this one right here. This is another one. This is a Tomb fork. This is more yield farming. If you guys are familiar with Tomb on Phantom, like this is stuff that's working really, really well right now, and I'm happy to see that for Pulsechain. So this is why Pulsechain has a bright future, and I think that 9-inch is something that I'm going to keep my eye on to see where things are going. So even if we do drop, King of Fomo is kind of brushing off his shoulders, no big deal. I'm okay with a 30% drop for sure if we can continue to get 400% APR for the next 4 or 5 months. No problem. You know, make that Pulsechain price go down. Who cares? All right, guys, that is everything for today. I'll catch you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're not a member of Patreon, consider becoming a member there. You know, sometimes people will post things on Discord, especially when things pick up speed a little bit here on Pulsechain. There will definitely be more projects to talk about. And once you have Discord communities form in Pulsechain, those Discord communities kind of spread, and that's when it's going to get exciting over there. So if you're not a Patreon member, consider becoming a Patreon to get access to my Discord to find all that stuff. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Oh, also, if you guys have any projects you want to talk about in the comment section, I do read my comments and I mention them, you know, during my live streams and whatnot. So I'm excited to hear from you guys over there too if you're not interested in doing that Patreon stuff. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.